Okay, small update on the Outland TIE Fighter base. This is my third attempt at recording this video, and the theme last year was I really need to prepare a script. That hasn't changed. These are pretty much hot takes as they happen. So anyway, so this is where we are. So bear in mind, we have gone from sort of this to this. Keep it in the theme for the sort of January strip back cost type of thing. The centre section here is all sort of dirt from outside, from construction sites and that type of stuff. That is a little bit of sand ballast that you mix in with cement. Static grass is a bulk product, to be fair. You can pick this up fairly inexpensive on sites like Amazon. You may have to bulk buy. eBay would be another good source for stripped down versions. You will need a static grass applicator and get various ones. They range in price. They're relatively inexpensive as a whole. Going back, we got a plaster base over the top of the foam, mixed in with a bit of Mod Podge and some nice cheap acrylic paint. Mod Podge on the top of that. Dirt. The areas then around the in the centre, around the sides, I utilised some of this paste, sort of like texture paste I picked up from WS Scenics. Give that a quick blast with a heat gun just to dry it off a little bit better, and then over the top of that, more Mod Podge laid under this, as a static tack, and then obviously the static grass. This isn't going to be the final colour. The plan is to come in and prime this and then get some washes on it and get really some nice sort of... I still want to stick with the arid theme, but I'm just not happy with all the colour that's in this dirt. I want to tone it back somewhat and sort of shift the colour in a slightly different way. But the grass is probably thereabouts, so I'm going to try and re-replicate that, maybe knock it back a little bit, maybe get some nice yellows in. All depends how the dirt comes out. I'm going to be quite sort of careful when I come to paint all that, and then I will concentrate on the grass and then see what that gets me. Yeah, so it's a bit of a rambled update. So the sides, that's all plaster. Some bits got painted, some didn't. It's all had a nice seal of Mod Podge around the sides. There shouldn't be any issues there. It's the 21st of January at the moment, so we haven't really got long left. We've got 10 days left really of this sort of series of the clearance sort of builds. February is going to be all about forgotten models, stuff that needs a little bit of love, care and attention. I can give you a few little sneak peeks. I've got 3 that I want to sort of shortlist as a tackle. This is a Strange New Worlds Enterprise that is basically has the polar light lighting kit in it. So in terms of lighting, that's pretty much done. It was just in for paint. The reason why this didn't progress is because I messed up on the not the decal kit, the vinyl kit. I ended up getting a new one, just never went back to it, so this should be a nice one to pick up, finish off. The source section is just in one of the boxes behind me, just here. I've also got a 350 Enterprise NX01, which needs a lot of TLC, because unfortunately I snapped the engineering section from the saucer, so that needs to be repaired somehow. I need to figure that out. And sticking with the Star Trek theme, I also started a Defiant last year that I might want to come back to, although that one will be a little bit more difficult because of the photo etch kit involved, whereas those two should be, you know, they're sort of like, well, at least they were 90% of the way there. The NX01 is probably going to have to take several steps back to get the repair done. But I've got a couple of ideas in mind to achieve that, so it's not too bad. So yeah, like I said, the goal of this year, the reason we're giving the builds themes each month is that I wasn't particularly happy with the amount of builds I actually completed in 2025. So I want 2026 to be a more productive year in terms of getting things built and done. Because my original plan was I don't really build to commission, but I build things of interest, and then if I don't want to add into my collection, eventually I'll put them up for auction on eBay, with a view then to fund future projects. So that was the whole sort of ethos behind, you know, what I do. But still, you know, I've got some really good plans for this year. I hope that I get the time to sort of bring them to fruition, and I get some really impressive builds done. So here's to a hopeful, successful 2026 in terms of builds, and yeah, I just need to get after it. So hence why the structure for this year is in place. And again, I'll announce the next sort of month's themes, and if anybody watching this wants to build along or submit their own sort of builds, feel free, get involved. It'd be great to see what you're doing. So like I say, next week, TLC month, those model kits that just need a little bit of extra love and attention to bring to completion, and yeah, we'll see what we can do. So anyway, take care everyone. I'll see you on the next update for the Outland TIE Fighter.